This is a robot that walks, flies, skateboards, and slacklines. But why?
Okay, that's actually impressive though.
A portion of this video was sponsored by Bluehost. More about them at the end of the show. There are lots of bipedal robots out there, and drones are ubiquitous. But until now, no one had engineered walking and flying technology to work together in a single robot.
So it's the first robot that truly integrates the walking and the flying.
Has infinite possibilities.
It's not just a drone with legs.
It's a Leonardo, and it stands for Legs Onboard Drone. So I think it's a pretty good name.
Why is this potentially useful?
This is sick
So
though.
any
he's a
flying
wire.
vehicles actually have to start from the ground to take off. And eventually, they cannot stay in the air forever. They have to eventually come down. But sometimes they have to come down on the very challenging terrain or some obstacles. So it's actually a good idea to have these controllable legs so they can actually land in a very interesting
They should put a human face on it.
configurational posture or orientation.
But there are additional benefits. A robot like this is more stable than a regular drone.
I view these propellers almost like our arms. So some people might say that, oh, you guys are cheating because, I mean, bipedal robots do not have propellers, but we are essentially using the propellers to do additional stabilization.
Jesus.
You and Super should hang out.
So basically,
now
you
that
generate
you're
the
in LA.
lift or thrust force to
That's loud,
cancel
though.
somewhat the weight of the robot. But that's really a secondary effect. The most important thing is basically posture or orientation stabilization.
Wait, he's always spinning it.
That is so cool to see.
So the main facility for this lab is this one. It's a gigantic fan array.
I can see all the fans now.
Yeah, we have, you can't start counting, but 1,296 computer fans. Those are really literally computer fans.
How fast can it generate wind?
So up to 15 meters per second or 20 meters per second.
It's like a wind tunnel without the need for a tunnel.
Yes.
It might
but
mess
see,
with our audio or with our microphones. Whoa.
The idea of this smoke machine is to actually visualize the flow, but also with all these additional sensors like infrared cameras or radar and
Isn't
lidar,
it a
how we can actually
technique that
figure out
they
the kind of
developed to start
location
using
or
it
environment
for
around
car
your vehicle
testing?
in the presence of this fog.
And I wanted to feel their power for myself.
All right, ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right.
29 months glad to be almost a 30-month juice to love.
Jesus!
UCL smile.
That was so cool.
Somebody said. Somebody said.
I love it. They used this facility to test Leonardo to see how stable he is, even in different wind conditions.
Smallest empty cooler.
Veganism is when no meat, just like socialism done.
And we showed that Leo is more robust than a drone because a drone gets blown away by the wind, but then Leo does not because of its ground contact. So for example, if you go hiking and there's like suddenly a lot of wind, you're not gonna fall because you have the ground contact. But for a drone, it might be blown away.
Joe on the Peepo clap.
Damn.
Oh no!
Oh no.
So we actually took one of the whiteboards that we have at home and we put oil. So we applied perturbations to Leo, and what's happening is as you push Leo, instead of falling, it stays upright, but it also slides on the whiteboard. So that's an interesting capability. So it's very robust.
You said perturbations. Are you poking the robot?
Yes, without harming the robot. We are gentle.
Leonardo is so stable and good at adjusting its balance that it can skateboard.
That's pretty crazy.
That's a fancy trick.
What if you give it a gun?
Go backwards on a skateboard. how did you get the idea for a robot that will skateboard?
Should I say the truth or make a nice story?
Tell us the truth.
Yeah, so we went hiking and we saw about 10 people going down the mountain on a skateboard. And then we thought, wow,
Guys,
this is really...
I want to be weird, okay? I'm not a psycho, okay? I'm just saying, these robots, what if they're really good and performant, and you upgrade all these systems to a little bit higher or better, and you power boost it, right? And then it has a recognition software, and it has a gun.
Cool, what if we try our robots to make it do this? So we went to the first shop and we bought a skateboard, we modified it and we tried it and it worked.
So do you think it allows the robot to save energy by riding on a skateboard?
It's more efficient because it uses the legs less. The legs are basically used to steer, and then it's just the propellers that are used to accelerate the skateboard forward and backwards. So yeah, it makes it save a bit more energy.
The propellers, of course, make it possible to skateboard backwards, something I struggled with. I definitely would help.
Yeah, but
if I
he's
had
a boomer.
propeller.
He's an old bone. That doesn't count though. We can't use him as an example.
But the real
He's
challenge
boomer.
was slacklining. This looks incredibly unstable. So I think this proves the point of just like how important control systems are. You can tell from the footage, I have no idea what I'm doing.
Also a B-boomer.
All right, I thought I would be slightly better at that. Let's give it another shot. Okay. Can anyone slackline?
Oh, not bad actually.
Oh, this is impossible. I need a robot to do this for me.
Oh, that doesn't count now. Yeah,
I like
that's
the
cheating.
sidestepping technique. Maybe I should have been doing that. Trying to like copy his technique. Ah! Like that, just bouncing. I tried to get some tips by watching Leonardo.
Chat help. Do I get KFC or Burger King?
Guys, he's literally flying.
But improvement was negligible.
He's not only hovering, he's literally flying.
I should have prepared. You might think it's cheating to use propellers, but the robot is clearly not flying. It is supporting itself mostly using the rope, and it's able to stabilize itself even with the wild bouncing.
Debatable.
So human professional slackliner, if you see some of their videos, actually they use the arms stretched and then they can balance themselves. We don't have the arms for Leo yet. We are planning to add the manipulation so that it can actually carry some object. But in the meantime, we are using the propellers to stabilize the Leo while it's actually walking on a slackline.
It's funny because like the robot feels like it's got kind of a personality to it, the way it walks and flies.
Yeah, right.
It's just totally something you're not used to seeing.
Yeah, it looks natural. Actually, I have to say
have to put a
that
face on
the
it, then.
sensors are sampled at 1,000 times per second. But the controller is actually being
Give it a mouth,
recomputed
and then
from
maybe say
whatever
things.
signal you're sending to propellers and the leg joints 200 times per second. So it's a pretty
And then a
fast,
gun.
like a computation.
200 times a second, it is adjusting what it's doing to maintain balance.
Yes, like especially propeller control signal.
How does that compare to humans?
Humans. So humans can do very sophisticated tasks, but in terms of fast reaction, it's very crude machine. So humans in overall has a few seconds of delay, time delay.
Yeah.
Is this why I was struggling on the slackline?
Maybe, but
How do you feel about the
No, that's
performance
right.
here today?
Delay on the fly makes a huge difference.
I mean, not that that's hard, but this is very impressive.
Because by the time you adapt to some constraints, you have new ones. By the time you make the adjustments.
Over 2 years.
And that delay
Love you, dude.
stacks over.
Hope you're
You have to
doing
become good at predicting.
Imagine a robot like Leonardo in the future, like the greatest Leonardo you could make. What would that robot look like and do?
So definitely having a Leo-like robot in space, that would be amazing. But of course, depending on where you go, you might not be able to use propellers. So then you would need to use thrusters.
so eventually, yes, we want to develop this leg-based adaptive landing gear, and then we give that to next generation Mars helicopter.
Interesting.
Or next generation flying car.
Guys, who's the eye guy?
Can actually
Guys,
land in very challenging conditions.
I've noticed
And still move around.
in chat sometimes we play a game and somebody comes in with an emote and he has 2 moving eyes. Who the fuck is the eye guy? Can we ban him? Can we just ban him?
Once you land, then you can walk over it.
Mods, if you guys see the eye guy again, ban him.
Imagine if you have a cliff and then you have the robot just jump out of the cliff, deploy the propellers and fly.
That'd be wild.
What's his name? Lipton God? Where are the eyes? He's also the spider guy. Wait, he's also the spider guy. Guys, but where are the eyes though? Oh, wait, is that the end of the video?
Oh, hey there.
Oh, we watch the video so we don't have to wear.
This portion of the beautiful website up and running in just minutes. It's easier than ever to get started. Bluehost provides you with a completely free domain for the first year, as well as quick start templates, so you can have a beautiful website up and running in just minutes. The templates are mobile ready, so your website is optimized for both phones and computers
already bought it.
from the start.
I have 3 new
Unlike the
websites now,
process
boys.
of building a robot like Leo, you don't need code in order to make your website. Bluehost lets
Already bought it. 2 of them. Thanks for the code, Ben. I use code Veritasium for a discount.